It's Shark Week, and we're going to talk about our original song, Den of Sharks.
You could be the only one, or the one that got away. The deadliest to catch is the easiest to prey. Call me that type of idiot, conveniently dismayed. The deadliest to catch is the easiest to prey on me.
I remember when we first started writing the song, you had the drum beat and the lyrics. Am I remembering that correctly?
I know I made the beat because I wanted like a dancey beat with that like kick, hi-hat, snare pattern that... Because up until that point, we didn't have a song with that drum pattern.
Yeah.
So I definitely wanted us to have like a dancey type of drum beat. And I think I had like all those little bells and whistles. And things.
You had all that. I came in with the bass, and I don't even think there's guitar except for the bridge.
Was it you or me who wanted it to be keyboard driven? Or like this should be like...
I don't know, because everything we've written up to that point were pretty much rock songs, very guitar driven songs. Yeah, because the vision for our band is that I always wanted it to be the type of band that could write a heavy rock song and then could also do a dancey pop song. So I didn't want to be pigeonholed into one genre.
And I remember it was interesting because when I made that drum beat originally, I thought it was going to be just a full-on, like, poppy, happy dance song. And the keyboard part you came up with was so, like, dong, dong, like this, like, dooming kind of, like, heavy presence where it's like, oh, okay, so the song kind of evolved again once you added the main keyboard.
I think that's why the theme became Sharks.
Because it sounded like...
Yeah, like this...
Dun, 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 you know, like...
Yeah, it's like dun, 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 dun. Like, it just sounded like there's this thing in the water, and it's like, uh-oh, what's happening?
We used to do this, and I think we still kind of do, where we kind of write separately. Like, you write your parts, I write my parts to the song. We kind of have a general idea of what we want the song to be about. Yeah,
I kind of wanted to get into that because the way I write my lyrics, I pretty much keep it vague, even though sometimes I'm making references to things I like anime and video games and whatnot. Because I think I mentioned this in our Bleach video, but this was actually inspired by Halibel.
Your parts were inspired by Halibel.
Because Halibel is a character in Bleach. Her whole aesthetic is shark themed. And like all her abilities and whatnot, and in the manga, in the anime, she's surrounded by water. The shark theme is definitely hers, and that's definitely where I got it from. It's always a mix of everything. There's definitely a personal aspect to it, and part of the thing that I'm inspired by. So it's not a one-to-one, oh, this is, Halibel versus Hitsugaya from Bleach. It's not like that. But she definitely inspired the song. So I think you're the storyteller.
Yeah, so the way I write my verses, and really just any lyric, is I try to, in the amount of time that I'm like rapping or talking or whatever, I try to tell a story from beginning, middle to end. So all my verses have a beginning, middle, and end. And I try to be very visual with it to where you can kind of see the scene unfolding. So my take on Den of Sharks when we were writing it, and I wrote it from the point of view of like, a girl at a bar, and there are all these just like thirsty, drunk, obnoxious guys who are all hounding her. So she's kind of like surrounded by these sharks. That feeling of like, oh boy, like I probably shouldn't be here right now. Like it's not safe right now.
So were your lyrics inspired by a specific event or a specific person? Because you have a lyric about green eyes.
Oh no, because I said like stare into your green eyes, whisper a white lie.
Oh, okay.
So I was really playing off of white lie. And, green eyes, white lie. Like, just the play on colors, play on words. So, yeah, no, there's no... I'm not writing about an actual girl with green eyes. Yeah.
Listen, it feels good to be the one you chose, but it seems like these guys didn't get the memo. Stare into your green eyes, whisper a white lie, everything is fine, just stand beside me. Caught in the middle of a standoff, me against them, and I won't back down. Got my finger on the trigger, and I'm ready to pull it, with a chamber full of brittle bullets. You could be the only one, or the one that got...
The funny thing is, because, my parts were inspired by Halibel, Halibel has green eyes. So I thought,
I didn't
what?
know. But see, this is where it's like, you write your stuff, I write my stuff. But
it comes together.
I mean, we're brothers, so even if we have, different interests, we kind of bring it together.
And obviously, I played a lot with that whole. For some reason, in like life and relationships, there are all these metaphors with fish. Like a million fish in the sea, and
There's plenty of fish in the sea. But there might be a million. No one ever said how many plenty is.
yeah, plenty of fish in the sea. The one that got away.
As we're talking, it's been a while since we've performed Dennis Sharks. But, now that we're kind of talking about it, revisiting it, taking ourselves back to when we were writing it, it actually is one of my favorite songs we've ever written. Just the feel of it, the way it hits, the uniqueness of it, how it's mainly bass and keyboard until the guitar comes in for the bridge. I just think it's one of those, like, if I had to tell people, like, what is FaceTime Police's sound? I'd be like, check out Dennis Sharks. Like, I feel like it's a good representation of, like, everything we're about, where it's got, like, the dancey drum beat, the foreboding keyboard.
Everything I write sounds like dark or sad.
But it's cool. It works. And then, here I come rapping about, girls at a bar and stuff. So it's like, all these pieces, they fit, and it's what makes FaceTime Police unique. I think so. So if you haven't listened to Dennis Sharks yet, I highly recommend it. It's one of my first personal favorite songs that we've written. I don't know how to end this video. Dennis Sharks, if you haven't listened to it yet, check it out. Play it now during Shark Week. By the way, I got this at AEW Dynamite.
On the topic of AEW, we just put up what would you even call this? A highlight video? We were at the first night of their Chicago residency at the Aragon Ballroom.
Yeah, it's a nice recap. We kind of take you inside of what it was like at Aragon watching a wrestling show, and it was a lot of fun.
We have been FaceTime Police. This is Rambo. It's been Shark Week, I guess, depending on when you're watching this, or not. Like, comment, and subscribe, I guess.
And listen to Dennis Sharks.
Yeah, it's on Spotify, iTunes, whatever. By the way, Rambo's usually in our videos just kind of sleeping off to the side. He's like, when are you guys done?
You can't see it, but he's always off camera just napping.
That's why he became part of our sign-off. It's like, we have been FaceTime Police. This is Rambo. Thanks for watching. Because he's always here.
He's like a little shark.